Hey guys. So what we're going to be doing today is removing the wing mirror. I'm going to show you from two different places because it's going to be easier for me to do it, to show you basically how to remove your wing mirror, whether it's because it's smashed off, it doesn't push in and stay like it should, because these should be fixed. You shouldn't be able, they shouldn't wobble about, and they should stay where they get put. So maybe you want to replace the glass, maybe your wing mirror is hanging off, maybe you want to get them painted wrapped black, whatever the reason. We're going to show you how to do that today. So before we get stuck into it, let's jump into the intro. So you want to take off your wing mirror. The first part you're going to need to do is the glass. Now this is probably the hardest bit, without breaking the tabs on the back, because it's plastic. It's a bit fiddly and you don't really want to break it. This, by the feel of it, is a stuck on one over a broken one already, yeah. So someone's already had a go at this before. And there's, oh my god. No, or it might just be a cheap aftermarket one, I'm not really sure. But basically, I'll show you how it's held on so you get an idea. I think actually this is just an aftermarket one, because usually they have a bit of a blue tint to them. And this doesn't, plus they normally have a line. So basically, on the back of this, there's two little clips for the heating, which are here, and these just pull off. They're just two normal little cable crimps, like so. Put a bit of light on the situation. There we go. So you've got the two little cable crimps here for that, and that goes onto here so that it heats it up on this element, so that you can see it when the weather's bad. Now it's held on in 4 places, which it has these 4 loops all opposite each other, and that clicks on, and it has like a tab which holds it on. You can just see there it's got like a barbed tab on either side, and that is how it basically holds on. So once you've removed the glass, check yourself out, do your hair, then discard it somewhere safe if it's not broken, and then we move on to the mirror. Now this is one of them jobs where if you're like me and like to say colourful words, it's kind of one of them jobs. I'll show you inside quickly, and then I'll move the camera out of the way, because I'm not going to be able to have it exactly where you're going to be able to want to see it, but you need to be able to get the idea. So basically, in here, there's a retaining clip, which is this sort of bit of wire here. We're going to pop that out, and then this bit here, with the threading, we're going to be sliding it out towards us. Now it'll make a bit more sense once we've done it, and we'll also have to remove the cable up the top there, which is for the power motor. That's to move it about and to do the adjustments. So I'll pop this back here, and then you'll have to watch from a distance while I get it done. You'll have to try a selection of tools. Usually I have a small flathead and a big flathead, because that gives me the best of both worlds. Because the small one might not be strong enough and you don't really want to break it, but at the same point you need it just enough to get under things and whatever. So this is the fun part. Once you've got one side off, it's quite easy to get the other side off. Just be mindful, obviously you don't want to scratch your wing mirror housing. I'm not too worried about these, because I'm doing it more just to show you guys. But you sort of use it like a pair of chopsticks and just kind of get a feel for it, and it'll pop off. I use one screwdriver to get it away and then the other one to lift up, and it pops out. Then you can remove this, which is a squeeze in. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. It will come. Come on. It's always the fiddly ones they get you. See what I mean about the sweary job now? What you've got to try and do is squeeze it in at the back to pull it out. When it's out, I'll show you and you'll see what I mean. There we go. So basically it looks like that, and you have to squeeze it to pull it out, and it's just, the problem is that it's not easy enough to just get your fingers in and squeeze it like so. You have to sort of get your screwdriver and push it and then pull it and it will come. Putting it back in is actually a lot easier, believe it or not. So get your clip, put it somewhere safe for later. Now we come on to the fun part. Now this is basically a fork and it sits underneath just so that this can't lift up. Now there's a couple of ways of doing it. Sometimes you can just get a screwdriver in there, pry it, and it will come, but sometimes it won't. 9 times out of 10 it probably won't. And it requires a different tactic. Now most people, you can wind a screw into there and then that'll actually push it off against that option, or a bigger screwdriver like this, and then you can come in from a bit more distance, and usually you can sort of give it a left and right, and it will start to come out, and then you have to get a bit inventive on how to get it out. Once it gets most of the way, it's pretty so it becomes a lot easier. You can get 2 screwdrivers and pull it, or you can just keep trying to work out the sides, or you can use your screw bolt method. It all depends on how you want to get it out. So that's loose now. What we'll do is hold on to the mirror. I'll leave that in for a little bit because we need to pull this cable out first for the power, and that's a case of just putting your fingers either side and wobbling it left to right and it will come out. Now put your tools down somewhere safe, and you're going to be basically pulling this out, which is your U-clip, and then the mirror just lifts up, and you don't pull it too hard because you don't want to pull your cables out, and then just feed your cables through the hole, and there's your mirror off. Now there's a few things to be mindful of. Obviously we've got our metal clip, we've got this sliding clip, which as you can see there can only go one way round, obviously with the hooks at the top, and then there's a plastic ring underneath, which is what allows the mirror to be held open and folded in and stays on a stop, because it has like a shouldered edge, so you can't physically put it in a different way. So that is that off. I'll also show you how to remove the lower part as well in a moment. So now we're left with just the lower part. Now to remove this, you're going to need a Torx, which is a T30. There's 2 screws, one either side. I've just cracked them already, just to make it a little bit quicker. And then get them to a point where they feel like they're going to lift out. Put your tool somewhere safe, and then again lift it away. Cables, you're probably going to need to do one at a time. They might be together. Let's have a look. And there you go. That pushes through the hole and lifts away, and then you're left with some holes and your mirror. Beautiful. And that is it, guys. So that, again, same in reverse. This is probably going to be a little bit more fiddly on the way up, but it's all good fun. What I would probably do is, if you can, is tape it, because that'll make your life a lot easier. Just tape them to it, just so when you push it up the slot, it goes up a bit easier. But hey, it's not impossible. There's one sneaky one has not gone up there. Yeah, I mean, this would be great if, let's say, for instance, if someone had to knock your mirror off, or you wanted to get them painted black, because on like a red car, black does look quite good. You're trying to change up the look of the car a bit, maybe, and then just rest that down. Then you can do your bolts up, and then we're back to putting the mirror back on again. So then it goes mirror, this clip first. So this one goes over here, this little clip, and there's only really one place for it to sit. And then you will get your mirror, put your mirror on. Then once you've done your mirror, you're going to put that one on, which then holds it. And then you get your other clip, and that goes over the cables. You squeeze it in, it pops into that, and then it comes down over these here. And then that's it done. Put your glass back on, and away you go. So I hope that's been helpful. It's something I had to learn myself when I had a wobbly mirror, because this black plastic clip had broken. I don't know if someone had whacked my mirror or what, but they'd actually put a bit of cardboard in here just to stop it from wobbling about, and it was well annoying. It wouldn't stay in, it just kind of wobbled around. So but yeah, nice and simple, bit fiddly, but is going to be, isn't it? I mean, it saves having to take the door card off, which is a bonus. So yeah, that is it, guys. How to remove your wing mirror. Thanks for watching. That's another video from the Parrott Bros. Bye for now.